This is the United States, and here, across the Atlantic Ocean, is France, where Mary is.
This is Blois, a very old town in France where Monique lives.
Okay, how are you doing?
I'm fine. I'm so glad you're home because I have a problem.
Really?
My friend Todd is staying in France, and he sent me the address of the family he's staying with. And I want to get in touch with him, but the address was washed out by the rain.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, the name of the family is Martin, and I have the city Neuville.
Yeah.
But there's so many Neuvilles,
Yeah,
I don't know what to do.
Yeah. Okay, come with me. I'm going to try to help you.
Okay. We spent hours going through every phone book we could find, but no luck. We found some Martins, but not in any town called Neuville. We found some Neuvilles, but no Martins live there. There are many towns called Neuville in France.
Hello.
Ah, bonjour, Christian.
Bonjour.
Here's my friend Christian. Here's Marie.
Hello. Bonjour.
Ah là là.
Qu'est-ce que vous êtes en train de faire?
Marie a reçu une lettre de son amie Todd et elle ne peut pas lire l'adresse. Alors on cherche dans tous les bottins, mais on ne trouve pas son adresse.
Avec tout ça, vous en avez au moins pour une semaine.
Bah ouais.
Moi, je connais un moyen plus rapide.
He knows a faster way to get the address.
That would be wonderful.
On y va?
Let's go with him.
Oh, great, okay.
Avec cette boîte, qui s'appelle le Minitel, nous avons accès aux 23 millions d'adresses en France.
With this box called Minitel, Christian can find the address of 23 million people in France who has the phone.
23 million people? Well, how does it work?
Comment ça marche?
Cette boîte est reliée à un ordinateur principal à distance.
Ah, d'accord. Oh, this box is connected to a main computer.
Oh, so it has all the same kind of information that the phone books have.
Exactly, that's right.
Wow.
Donne-moi ton enveloppe.
Oh, this is going to be difficult. We have the name Martin. We have part of the street address, 5-something, and we have the city Neuville. But we don't have the district.
Ouais, c'est vrai, ça va être difficile. On n'a pas la région.
Essayons.
Martin?
Le nom Martin et les villes Neuville.
Neuville. Look, it has a listing of all the Neuvilles in France.
Yes, it's great.
Oh, okay. Neuville, boom. Well, this says Neuville do something. Neuville.
Here there's Neuville.
Oh, here's one.
Poitou.
Yeah, maybe that's the one.
Yeah, maybe.
Let's try that one. Martin Annie, Martin Christian,
Martin
Daniel.
Christian, Martin
Look,
C.
yeah, C, and it's 5, same as here, 5, Rue Voltaire.
Yeah, it should
Look,
be
here's the
this
phone
one.
number, 49 51 36 11. We found it! That's great!
Oh,
Thank
thank
you.
you,
Merci,
Christian.
Christian.
This Minitel can do many other things.
Je vais commander un article de ce catalogue.
He wants to order something from this catalog.
He's going to order something from the catalog on the Minitel?
I think so, yes.
But how?
Comment tu vas faire?
En effet, je suis connecté à l'ordinateur de ce magasin.
Oh, it's connected with the computer of the shop. That's why.
Oh, so the Minitel can connect to different computers and help you do different things.
Yes. He wants to buy this radio.
Oh. What are those numbers he's punching in?
This is the order code.
Oh, the order numbers.
The order number.
Bien, l'ordinateur me dit qu'il est disponible.
That's okay. He's available.
Oh, good. Oh, good.
Et maintenant, je vais payer.
And now he's gonna pay.
He's going to pay with that card?
When he puts his card in the machine, that takes out directly the money. from his bank account.
So then it's not really a credit card.
It's more than a credit card. It's a smart card. In this yellow circle, there's a microcomputer.
That yellow circle, no bigger than a dime, contains a microchip, a tiny computer that can store and handle a tremendous amount of information. Data. Data that can be put to many uses. What kinds of uses? Well, we can buy things with it, store medical records, and lots of other information. The smart card is still experimental, and new uses are being developed. What would you do with a smart card?
Hi, Deb.
Hi, Paco.
What's this?
Today's special dish, microchips.
No, really, what are you doing?
I'm adding more memory to my computer
What for?
so I can keep more information in it.
Where's the information kept?
In these. This is a microchip.
How much information can you put in one of those?
See this dictionary?
Yeah?
You can keep all the information in this heavy dictionary in just a couple of these.
So if I had a computer like that with enough...
Memory.
Yeah, right. And the memory is kept in the microchips, right?
Right.
So if I had a computer with enough microchips, I wouldn't have to carry this heavy dictionary around.
That's right. In fact, if you had enough memory in a small computer like this, you could keep all the information in all these books.
So if I had enough memory, I wouldn't have to carry around this heavy book.
That's right.
I just have to carry around that heavy computer.
Well, yeah, but
Well, how do you get the information into the microchip?
that's easy. You just type it in.
That would take forever.
Well, Paco, it's not how much information you have in a computer that's important. It's what you can do with the information. A computer is a tool. We use it to help us do things.
Like what?
Well, you can find information quickly. You can solve math problems. You can even draw with it. But before you do anything, you've got to put the right information in these microchips.
Huh.
What does a microchip have to do with the production of a newspaper? This is a newspaper that's put together in one city and transmitted through satellite to 30 different printing plants across the country. If it weren't for microchips, this newspaper couldn't be produced. At every stage and in every machine, a microchip either stores or processes information.
I'm not making a phone call to a friend. I'm in New York City, about to send a story for tomorrow morning's paper. The story was written and stored on this portable computer by a reporter. Okay, Steve, I'm ready. What do we do now?
We're going to send the story from this computer to the big computer in Washington.
Well, how do we do that?
Well, the way it works is that on this computer, every letter has a code, and that code is transmitted through the telephone lines from this small computer here to the big one in Washington, which converts it back into words.
So when we write the story, we store it in this computer.
Right.
Then over the phone line, we transmit it to them, and then they can pick up that information and use it there.
Absolutely.
Can we do it?
Sure.
This is the first step. The story has to be sent from New York to the newspaper's headquarters, 235 miles away in Washington, D.C. At the same time, many other stories are being sent to Washington from around the world in a similar way.
The story David is sending is being received here in Washington. This is the editor's desk, where the stories that come in from around the world are picked and prepared for the paper.
The story's in now. It's time for us to get to work on it.
What are you going to do?
I'm going to read it and look for spelling mistakes and to make sure that it sounds right, that all the facts are correct. It's well written.
You're taking the story that was sent in from New York and you're going to make adjustments on it before it gets printed?
That's right, and the computer will help me find the mistakes. The other thing that this computer will do is tell us exactly how long the story is so that we can make sure it fits in the paper tomorrow.
So it helps you organize this story and along with other stories that will go in the paper?
Exactly. And then when I'm all finished with my work on it, I'll send it down to another machine downstairs that will set it in type, and it will come out looking like it will in the paper tomorrow.
So all the different computers have their different jobs.
Exactly.
And it goes along a chain. Here's our story. The story that has been stored in the computer is now printed and taken to the paste-up room, where people cut and paste the stories and headlines on the newspaper pages. Every issue of the newspaper has about 45 pages, and every story has to get on the correct page. Here, they arrange the pages just the way they will look in the paper tomorrow. So yeah, you just cut each piece out, and then you just line it up in the right place?
Exactly.
What is this called?
This is called paste up.
Paste up, and you do it after typesetting?
You do it after it's typeset, yes. As the copy comes, they bring it to you, and you just cut it out, and you put it where it's designated to go, and you know from the dummy as to where to position it onto the actual page.
And the copy is the printed material?
The printed material that comes out.
It's called copy.
It's called copy.
I see.
Let's check to make sure that the registration is proper before we put the blast color on.
We use the magnifying glass?
Of course.
Here's where the color pictures and artwork are prepared. To print a page that has a color picture, you need 4 different sheets.
Would you please hand me the blue?
Sure.
It's very important that the colors line up exactly so that the picture appears to be in focus and we get the correct mix of the colors that we're looking for. In order to get a color page, we need nearly the same image on each of 4 different sheets so that the press can lay down inks, first yellow to get anything that's yellow on the page, then some red, which will make some pinks and orange, and finally when they add the blue, the 4 colors go together to give the complete range of colors that we know.
Wow, this really came to life when I put the blue down.
This will simulate exactly how the finished printed page will look in color.
This gives you a preview of what you want.
That's right. The editor can look at this and make sure that we've gotten exactly what he had originally asked for.
The color pictures and the stories are put together to make sure the page looks right.
1D.
All done. The paste-up page is then taken to the photographer. He takes a picture of it, and that picture is what is sent to 30 different places across the country. Wow, that's bright. Here it is. One dog type, all ready to go. One dog type means page 1 of section D. Now everything's set for transmission. The pictures of each page are placed on a revolving drum.
Hi, everybody. You're now receiving one dog type on primary. Your next transmission will be one dog yellow on secondary.
Okay, and now we're ready to punch it up.
A red laser beam scans the page. The laser doesn't read each letter. It reads where there's ink or no ink. In this way, the page is translated into a string of light on and light off. That light on, light off code is sent to a satellite and relayed back to the 30 printing plants all around the country.
At the printing plant, the code is received and the process is reversed, where a laser beam is used to expose a sheet of film. But I don't see anything. I don't see any letters. I don't see any pictures. What's going on?
No, you're not going to see any letters at this point here. This is the piece of film. It has been exposed, but it has not been processed. This page here is the exact page that you're going to see on your newspaper. It's the same size as the newspaper page itself. What's happening is that, see this little laser beam here?
That little blue light?
That little blue light, yes. As this drum is spinning, okay, we are doing what the transmit site is doing. What they're doing, we're doing here. Now, in Washington, they are scanning the page. They are making it into electronic pulses, ones and zeros. Those ones and zeros are then transmitted up to the satellite. The satellite transmits into 30 sites throughout the United States. We are one of those sites. Now, we're going to receive the whole page here, but we're going to receive it as ones and zeros. The laser is going to interpret those ones and zeros as come on or come off, either expose or don't expose.
So when the laser is on, when the laser reads a 1 from Washington, the laser is on.
The laser is on.
And when it reads a 0, it's not on.
It's not on, yes. That little blue light is going to expose or put up a dot on the actual negative. We're going to make up certain letters with a combination of dots. Mm-hmm. That's the purpose of the laser itself.
The exposed sheet of film is taken off the drum and developed into a negative. All right. Okay, Bill, the black sheet's ready. Okay, this negative is then used to make a print, very much like a photo. Except that the picture is not printed on paper, but on a thin metal plate. That metal plate is what's used for printing the final page. Remember, 4 plates are needed to create a single color page. John said there's one of these plates for each one of the colors, right?
Right. We have yellow, black, blue, and red. All right. Yellow A1 is going on the low position.
Okay. What do I do? Put the safe?
Safe on.
Each plate has to go in its proper place on the drums.
Only print color, right? So only print the yellow, right? So only print the yellow color, the yellow image.
All the pages of the newspaper are printed at the same time. After all the plates are on, the presses start to roll. Yellow, blue, red, black. Long rolls of paper are split and folded. The result? A newspaper. Before the presses come up to full speed, the printers need to check the color and positioning of every page. They adjust the amount of ink to make sure the pictures look as good as possible.
Okay, go!
Then it's up to full speed. 45,000 newspapers in 1 hour.
Move out of the way!
The papers go along a conveyor belt and get stacked and packed for delivery. Although the printing of this particular story took 4.5 hours from portable computer to newspaper, a story could take as little as 2 hours to make it into the morning paper.
Whenever there's trouble, we're there on the double. We're the Bloodhound Gang. If you've got the crime, we've got the time. We're the Bloodhound Gang.
An ex-tennis pro named Flash Jordan hires the gang to track down a white limousine with a bald-headed driver, but he gives them a phony address.
Mr. Flash Jordan is playing us for chumps.
In fact, his whole story is as fishy as the limo license plate that reads H. Whale. Jordan is really an escaped convict trying to locate an accomplice who's still got the loot from the last job, $200,000 in gold bars. The accomplice is on the move, changing hotels every other day, but the gang is closing in.
Yes, he does have a shaved head. Right. Thanks. Put down the Stubb Hotel, 305 East Maple. He checked out this morning.
That human whale is hopping around like a flea, but he's not hopping very far.
Yeah, all the hotels are within 6 or 7 blocks of each other. Must mean something.
Like Vicky said, he likes the neighborhood, but he's sure making himself hard to trace.
Say, all the hotels make a kind of a square.
Or a circle. He could be circling around something.
His buried loot?
His car?
His garage. He can flea-hop hotels, but it's almost impossible to rent garage space here in town.
So it's never more than a short walk. Find the garage, and we find the white limo.
Find the human whale, and we find the loot. He's got it all right.
How do you know for sure?
The guy at the hotel said he was short of cash this morning. He wanted to pay his bill in gold.
H-whale, the human whale.
He led us on some chase.
Skip, run back to the office. Flash Jordan.
The New Orleans kid?
The escaped convict, he said he'd call us back.
Do I have to babysit the telephone just when we're about to wrap up the big fish?
Mammal.
Let Flash know where to find the white limo and then call the police and tell them that an escaped convict is on his way to the Midtown garage.
Okay. Bloodhound Detective Agency. Whenever there's trouble, we're there on the double. Mr. Bloodhound is not here. Oh, Mr. Jordan. Yes, we found the white car you're looking for.
Moby Richard in person. Funny place to carry a wrench.
Hey, I was inspecting you, kid.
Yeah, I bet you have.
I heard you jumped jail. I was going to divvy up your share of gold.
Oh, sure you were.
Hey, I wouldn't double-cross a pal.
Yeah, well, I'll take my cut right now.
Sure, kid. Here. I served my time. You guys can't hold me.
The escape con is right there, and I think he's got a broken foot.
The human whale threw the book at him. It weighs a ton.
Take it easy, Hans.
May I introduce Mr. Flash Jordan, alias the New Orleans Kid. He pulled the gold bug caper a few years ago with Mr. Moby Richard.
You guys got nothing on me.
How about possession of stolen property? Feel how heavy this is. A book this size should only weigh a few ounces.
This must weigh 15 or 20 pounds. I'll bet it's solid gold.
I swear, I never saw that blue book before.
Say all the loot has been in disguise. Like that wrench you slipped into your pocket. It made a dull thud when you dropped it. Let's say the rest of the gold has been melted down and cast into tools.
Come on.
Yeah, it's gold, all right.
There are more tools in the trunk of the car.
The judge will throw the book at you, gents.
Who are these rotten kids?
The Bloodhound gang.
Yeah, and we're there waiting gold.
321 Contact is a production of the Children's Television Workshop and FR3.